You're watching Training Camp with Adam Marburger, exclusively on CBT News.
Welcome to Training Camp, exclusively on CBT News. I'm your host, Adam Marburger. I am a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a black belt in F&I. This show is designed to help automotive professionals enhance their F&I operations to ultimately achieve the rank of black belt. Today, we're going to talk about something that's really, really important. We're going to talk about the difference between being protected and unprotected. See, the retail customer, they want a few things when they purchase from us. They want the greatest use and enjoyment of their vehicle. They want the lowest total cost, and they don't want any type of aggravation. The retail customer wants a frictionless buying experience. They want their budget protected, and they sure as heck do not want to be sold anything. But they do want to purchase. And let's break that down. See, when your customer says no to you in the F&I office, instead of trying fancy word tracks and all this crazy payment manipulation and I call it the spray and pray method, ask a simple question. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, you were quick to decline the coverage. Why is it that you prefer to be unprotected? See, nobody really wants to be unprotected. The word unprotected, it's really a bad word. We don't desire to be unprotected. And you know, I have a simple conversation every now and then when I find out that my consumer is declining the service contract and they just feel like they don't need it. They say they don't believe in it or we don't need it. I simply ask a question. I ask this question a lot, and I get the same response. I ask the customer, hey, when you pulled in your driveway from work last night and you noticed that your house wasn't on fire, were you upset? And they look at me and they're like, what? No, that's kind of stupid. Yeah, you're right, but you have homeowner's insurance. So you have homeowner's insurance in the event that your house, something catastrophic happens, but the chances of you making a claim on your homeowner's insurance is pretty slim. But then I have another conversation. It's based on a cell phone. I'm going to share this today. I'm going to pull out my cell phone. So when a customer decides to decline a service contract, sometimes I'll take a look at my consumer's phone, and they either got an Android or an iPhone, and I got an iPhone, so don't hate on me, Android people. But I'll simply just look down at their phone and I'll ask them a couple of questions. Hey, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I'm not going to sit here and try to sell you something you don't need. We don't do that here. But I do believe our service contract can help you. I got a couple questions for you real quick. I noticed you got an iPhone. I got an iPhone. We're alike. But I noticed on your iPhone that you have a case. Why do you have a case? Oh, in case you drop it. I drop mine all the time. My case sure has come in handy. You know, I also noticed that you have a screen protector on your phone. Why do you have a screen protector on your phone? Right? In the event that you crack it, chip it, right? I get it. I got the same protection. It makes sense. I've got it as well. But if you're like me, Mr. Customer, Mrs. Customer, and I think you are, is you also have Apple Pay. You're paying $14 a month. Why do we do that? Oh, in the event that we lose our phone, it's dropped in the water, it's just not working. I got it. So the question we have to ask our retail customer is this. If you're willing to spend $15 a month and you're willing to put a case and a screen protector on a $1,000 piece of merchandise, why would you not spend $30 to $40 to protect an iPhone on wheels? Because that's what our cars are today, y'all. Our vehicles are computers on wheels. So what we have to do in the F&I office is this. I rambled, but I rambled with intent, guys. We have to change the conversation a little bit. When a customer is saying no to you, it's based typically on a previous experience. And we have to start our conversation with a question, and the question is real simple. You were quick to decline the coverage available to you today. Why is it that you prefer to be unprotected? See, that right there will allow the retail customer to verbalize their why. And then we can take their why and set it aside. And then we can have multiple different conversations, and we can use different word tracks, which I don't want to get too salesy in word tracks, but we do. There is a time and a place for certain word tracks. You need to develop a conversation that you can relate with your customer and tell a story. And I love using the cell phone because almost all customers have a smartphone. In today's market, if you don't have a smartphone, you have a dumb phone. Everybody has a smartphone. And most of us have cases on our phones, and most of us have insurance on our phones. So I like to use this because we can all relate to these things that we're addicted to. I like to use the analogy on the cell phone and trans into a service contract conversation. And to be honest, it works brilliantly. So let's recap a couple of things. Here's what customers truly want. They want the greatest use and enjoyment of their vehicle. They want the lowest total cost, and they want the least amount of aggravation. And the only way to make that come true is with a service contract. See, our service contract's designed to make sure your customer's never inconvenienced, their budget's intact, they always have a car to drive in the event that it's broke down. The service contract is truly a blessing, and our retail customers truly want to purchase service contracts. They just don't want to be sold service contracts. So what we need to do in the F&I office is we need to slow down just a little bit, listen a little bit more, use visual aids in our presentations, and make them relatable and easily to digest. And then our retail customer will start purchasing more products at a higher gross profit from you. I can promise you that. Thank you again for joining another episode of Training Camp exclusively on CBT News. If nothing changes, nothing changes. We must take action in our stores and be willing to invest into training. See, training's not something that we did. It's something that we must do, and we must do it on a never, ever ending basis. Fights are not won in the ring, friends. They're won in training camp.
Thanks for watching Training Camp with Adam Marburger, exclusively on CBT News.